Hey guys, in this video I want to go over the 3 different entries into Eka Pada Bakasana and give a few different tips, techniques on how I get into this pose. So Eka Pada Bakasana, the one-legged crow, some people call it flying crow. But there's really there's other ways to get into it, but there's 3 main ones that I teach. I find one to be really easy, and I'll do that one last. I wouldn't say really easy. It's not an easy pose. This pose is a beast. It's tough. It takes a lot of shoulder and core strength, but it's in my opinion significantly easier than the other 2. So the first one, right, which probably is the hardest one to get into, you're going to take it from crow and just slide one knee off. So just setting up in your crow, big toes together, knees wide. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbow creases wrapped forward. Now for my flying crow, I like to stick my knee up into my armpit or as close to my armpit as possible. Some people don't have that flexibility or have that ability to, so taking it out to the side, the knee in, and squeezing in is totally fine. But for this purposes, I'm just going to do it with the knee into the tricep. So from here, I get my knees high and wide. I wrap my elbow creases forward, and then you see I get my knees into my triceps as much as possible. What this does is it already gets my hips up. And then from here, I lean forward, pick up one foot, pick up the other, just like crow. And then from here, in order to slide my knee across, I'm going to press into my left knee as much as I can. Pull my belly in, lift my hips up, and just pull my knee in. And then from here, I'll set that knee back and then come back down. Right? Because if I'm not pressing into my left knee, so if I come back into this and I don't press into my left knee and I just slide, you can see my hips just automatically drop. But from here, I want to press into my left knee, draw my belly in, press into my hands, keep pressing down, slide it off, and then maybe extend by squeezing the glutes. But you can see my chest has to drop in order to extend the leg. Because if my chest is not dropping, that leg is not going up, that leg is dropping down. And we know the butt and the legs are heavy, they're longer, so they're going to drop down first. One thing you can do is you can also take a strap around your triceps here. Let me grab one real quick. So you can take, pardon my off-screen grab, but you take one of these straps, loop it through under, and then bring it back through. You want to get it about shoulder width distance. And this is for this entry, I like this kind of as a way that you can kind of feel the balance or feel kind of what it takes to get off. But you want shoulder width distance or maybe a little bit narrower. And you're going to place it just above your triceps. And the reason for this is when you start to slide or when you start to get weight onto the hands, the elbows want to go out. So the strap here, right, just above the triceps, keeps the elbows, I can't bend them out. So I keep my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders stacked. And then what you can kind of play with is lean into your crow and then just slide your knee down the strap, slide it back. Knee down the strap, knee back, maybe slide it down the strap, and then you extend forward again. Chest down, leg up. Okay, so using the strap helps. You just kind of get that feel of what it takes to draw it towards the middle. But the thing I don't like about the strap is it gets you lazy and it doesn't force you to have to use the serratus, the lats, to keep the elbow in. Okay, but the leg, another tip on that, the leg is not going to extend back unless you're engaging your glute and your quad. If you're just like this limp noodle dangling out here, that leg is just going to fall, okay? It's like picking up a child. If a 2-year-old is having a temper tantrum and they're just flopping all over the place, it's really hard to pick that kid up. But if they're just springy and they just jump into your hands, they're as light as can be, you can pick them right up. Option number 2. Okay, option number 2 would be to start from like a downward facing dog or a choked up downward facing dog. You bring your right knee on this side, you go right knee to right tricep, right armpit, maybe slightly out. If you're bringing it out, turn your foot in towards the middle, right? That way you have a little bit of shelf on the shin to grab. But you're going to bring your knee into your tricep, press it down, chaturanga arms, elbows keep wrapping in, look forward, drag this left foot in, and then squeeze the glute, lift it up. You can see if my leg is limp, I kind of drop. If I'm here, I extend. But my chest has to go forward in order for that leg to go up. It's kind of like a cantilever. This side goes down, this side goes up. This side is limp and goes down, this side comes up, and you fall. I find this one easier to get into than the first one, right? So again, it's right knee,
Right tricep, lean forward, drag the foot in, lean forward a little bit more, squeeze the glute, squeeze the quad, extend through.
But that right knee, that front knee is pressing down into the tricep. Right? And the reason why I found this last way is going to be easier than this one is you still have that long leg. So in this case, this left leg is still long. And if you have really long legs, getting that up takes a lot of effort. Okay, the last one that I'll show today is, in my opinion, the easiest. Again, this pose is really, really hard, but this is the easiest transition into it. So what you'll do, set up like you're setting up for traditional crow. Knees into the armpits, elbow creases right forward, and maybe knees outside. Right, you set up. And then you bail one of your legs out. So this left foot steps back. Right, you still have this knee connection. You pick up the back foot. I don't know why I picked up the front foot. You pick up the back foot, lean forward, so the heavy leg is lifted. Keep leaning forward, and then maybe that front side lifts. Right? So again, you're taking that long lever, that long extender, the leg, and you're lifting it to start with the grounded foot. Right? A little bit easier to get the leg up, and then you're just leaning forward, picking up the front. So again, I'll show that. We'll pick up the back leg first, not the front leg. You'll come into it, back leg up first, lean a little bit more forward, wrap the elbows in towards each other, chest down, and then you pick up the right foot, and then you set it down. I find that entry to be the easiest one. I find students not necessarily can get into it right away, but they can conceivably go, oh, I can understand how this way is easier. I'll keep practicing it that way. Okay? Give all three ones a go. Again, you can use the strap if you want to keep the elbows in, but I recommend 10 minutes with the strap, 10 minutes without, or even it out however long you're practicing this pose. Okay? Let me know what you think. Namaste.